Hi, I'm Jaden with Adventure Pilot, and in this video series, I'm showing you how to transition from ForeFlight to iFly EFB. I'll try and break it up into short videos that you can watch and digest really easily at your own pace. And in today's video, I will be showing you basic flight planning, what the app generally looks like, and how to get through your first flight. So, to begin, we've got both apps here, ForeFlight on the left, iFly on the right. And if we look at the different screens, they're kind of similar. At the top of ForeFlight, you have your editable map layers and settings. And then towards the bottom here in ForeFlight, you have the different tabs that you can view to find various information, plan your flights, and view the map. In iFly, we have all of those buttons towards the bottom here. So we have our menu button for some settings and updating your charts. And then the map mode where you edit your map layers and the type of map you're viewing. Then the nearest button, which is useful in an emergency to find the nearest airport or nav aid, etc. Then you have your flight planning button where you'll do your entire flight planning is right there. Tools include some stuff like checklists and sketching on the map. History shows you your flight trails and stuff you've already looked at in the app. And then instrument group helps you display stuff like your ground speed, GPS altitude, and whatnot onto the screen. So to show you what some of that looks like, I'll kind of compare the flows between both apps here. So in ForeFlight, we're going to create a flight plan quickly. So I'll tap on the FPL button, and then you can see all of the different options to change here, like the aircraft profile, route, any procedures, departure time, etc. So we'll go ahead and type in my flight plan today, which I will be departing from McKinney and then heading over to Tyler, just a short flight to show you what that looks like. And once you have that route created, you'll send it over to the flights to plan the trip. In iFly, all of the trip planning is going to be done in that flight plan button. So it includes the FPL page from the main map, as well as the flights page. Then to add the route, all I do is I just click add waypoint, and then I type in my departure and destination and click done. And you can see that there now. The next parts of planning this basic flight are going through the normal things, like setting your altitudes, aircraft profile, departure, and stuff like that. That's all going to be very similar to what you're used to in ForeFlight. So we'll jump into creating that aircraft profile. So in ForeFlight, you're going to go ahead and usually just tap on the aircraft button and then enter your aircraft profile manually. Since you've likely already created that aircraft profile, all you need to do in iFly is tap on the aircraft button, create a new profile, and it's going to be a manual entry. iFly will ask you some questions to help fill that out. So, like your tail number, the aircraft type, and then once you have that created, iFly will fill it in with some basic data at first, and then you can go ahead and copy all of the information from your POH that you either already put in from ForeFlight or just directly from your POH and copy that into here. The biggest difference when it comes to planning these cross-country flights, especially, is in iFly we don't have a specific performance profile. The performance profile is tied directly to your aircraft profile. So for each flight, you'll go in here and change your true airspeed and fuel burn based on the conditions for that day. So I just copied everything over in here, and they're both the same now. And then we can go on to the rest of the planning. The next thing that's really easy to do is just set your departure time. So in ForeFlight, you have your little scroll wheel that you'll go ahead and do. And then in iFly, you have that big departure button where you'll just tap on and enter that. Next, we're going to want to set our altitude. So in ForeFlight, you scroll down and then you have the altitudes button that gives you that information. In iFly, we have a profile view page where you change the altitude. There's a few ways to do it. This is the way I like the most. And here you can drag your flight route up and down based on the winds that you can see on that page. And if you want to optimize it for the winds automatically, just tap options and then optimize for winds. Some of the extra information it has on this page is weather and airspaces, and I'll talk about that in our next video. Once you have that all put in, just click close. And at this point, we've created our flight plan. We have all the information for it. The next things you might want to look at are your navlog. So in ForeFlight, you have that navlog button. And then in iFly, just tap on more options and then select navlog. At the bottom, if you scroll down, it'll show you the route NOTAMs for that flight. The last thing you'll want to do beyond that is get your flight briefing. So in ForeFlight, you tap on the briefing button, and then in iFly, click briefing/filing, and then get briefing. ForeFlight has their own type of briefing that they show you using flight services information. In iFly, we just give you flight services straight briefing, just how it is. There's a table of contents, that way you can jump through it to find the sections that you want to look at. All right, after you've gotten your flight briefing, we've done everything else prior to the flight pretty much to plan out a basic flight plan. So next, you can go ahead and file that. So tap on briefing/filing in iFly and then click the file new plan. It's going to pop out the flight plan filing form. You'll just go through and double check everything that was automatically filled in and then add any applicable information that you need to. And once you've checked all that, just click the File Plan button. One quick distinction I want to make again as well is in ForeFlight, you're before every flight, you're going to pack for that flight and download some recent information about it. In iFly, that's all done automatically. So you don't need to worry about doing that. It's just going to be done in the background whenever you're connected to Wi-Fi while you flight plan. Other than that, that's really all you need to do for a basic flight in iFly. We'll jump into a lot more of the more advanced things in these coming videos, and for the next one, I'll be showing you how to use the map mode, and some of the weather features as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.